as we have seen in the previous topic, that how the mammals were evolving and how the dinosaurs were evolving in the same time period. Today we will be discussing and starting a new topic in which we will be discussing the evolution and the fossil record of the dinosaurs and the mammals. So what are the dinosaurs? Everybody knows dinosaurs. These were the reptiles which were living a long time ago. After the end of the Permian mass extinction event 250 million years ago, diapsid reptiles diversified in the Triassics. So anapsid, synapsid, these were the earliest form of the reptiles, but the diapsid were the most developed and most evolved forms, which later developed the reptiles, which were dinosaurs. And that happened earlier after the mass extinction event of the Permian, which was 251 million years ago in the Triassic. So dinosaurs were a hugely successful group for 160 million years of the Mesozoic. So this was a long time in the Mesozoic era when the dinosaurs were the ruling earth. So there were some form of the other organisms. There were the Pterosaurs. These are the key Mesozoic flyers, and these were the most important. There were the most important marine reptiles as well, which were plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs. So there was some flying one, and there were some reptiles which were ruling the oceans as well. So bird evolved from the dinosaurs and radiated during the Tertiary. So if we talk about the mammals, they were evolving from the synapsids, and the birds have evolved from the diapsids, and more specifically from the dinosaurs. So the first mammals were the small insect eater of the late Triassic, and the mammals achieved great diversity and abundance only after the extinction of the dinosaurs. So the mammals were living there, right? So, and the dinosaurs were present there as well. But the mammal got much more attention after the dinosaurs went extinct. So molecular and paleontological evidence shows that modern mammals radiated in the late Jurassic and early Cretaceous period. So where does this basic split come from? The basic split among the mammal were geographic, with major clades separated in South America, Africa, Australasia, and the Northern Hemisphere. And this is true even today. So we will be discussing this topic in detail. But if we see the examples of kangaroos, right? So why don't the kangaroos live in the Asia as well? Because there are a lot of geographical barriers which keep these clades different. And then at the later stages, the human arose. That was 6 to 8 million years ago, and the fossil evidence point to repeated human migration out of Africa. It is the belief, or it is stated by the scientists, that humans being evolved as a species inside the Africa, and later repeatedly migrated out of the Africa into the Europe and Asia, and developed as a Homo sapiens. So evolution of vertebrates forward into Mesozoic and Cenozoic. So there was much more evolution going on in the Mesozoic and Cenozoic, which we will be discussing later. And the rise of diapsids, especially dinosaurs and their descendants, the bird that gave rise to increased biodiversity later. But at some point, they went extinct and the mammals took their part. So the modest evolution of mammals through the Mesozoic set the scene for the explosive radiation at the beginning of the Cenozoic after dinosaurs had gone. So there was some modest evolution first inside the mammals, and how it was going, we will be discussing it later topics. And after that, when the dinosaurs were not there, they got a lot of attention, and they radiated to form and dominate the earth.